Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Dr. Aaron Azut-Settle. I'm hoping that I leave you with some words today that will leave you inspired to continue this work. Community colleges are more than just stepping stones, but are catalysts for possibilities. They are foundational pillars in the landscape of higher education. They are places where determination meets opportunity, where resilience is nurtured, where lives begin to take shape in new and powerful ways. And none of this happens by accident. It happens because of all of us. Every day, and I mean every day, faculty, staff, and students engage in meaningful work that shapes lives, builds communities, and my son is calling me. I can't believe this. Khalil, can you tell your brother I can't talk to him right now? That's what happens when you're a great mom. They just call you whenever they want to. That's what happens. Every day, faculty, staff, and students engage in meaningful work that shapes lives, build communities, and open doors to new opportunities. This is the work that this work is not always glamorous, y'all. Y'all know that. But it is vital, requiring dedication, resilience, and a deep belief in the power of education to transform. Our institutions thrive because of each of us rolling up our sleeves and commit to making a difference. Whether it's supporting students through an academic challenge, developing new curriculum, or fostering a campus environment where everyone feels welcome, the work we do matters. It matters to the single parent returning to school, to the recent graduate seeking a pathway to a rewarding career, and to the community, because we are community colleges that rely on us for workforce development and lifelong learning. Together, we can ensure that every student, especially those who have historically been underserved and unseen, has a clear pathway, not just to success, but to achievement and belonging. But we all know the work we do isn't easy. It requires patience when progress is slow, courage when challenges feel overwhelming, and commitment when outcomes are not immediate. Yet this is exactly what makes our work so powerful. We are not just delivering content, y'all. We are changing lives and trajectories. At the heart of this mission is a commitment to equity, ensuring that all students have the support they need to succeed. For those who have known me for many years, many of y'all, you know I've always been very clear about my commitment in this area. I am deeply committed to supporting students of color, and in particular, and my research will show, Black men, whose talents, perspective, and aspirations enrich our campuses, but who too often face systemic barriers to access and completion. Our responsibility is not only to welcome these students, but to actively create environments where they are seen, supported, challenged, and empowered to thrive. This means investing in mentorship, fostering a sense of belonging, and holding ourselves accountable for closing equity gaps. For the past 25 years, I have worked under 8 tenets, which have guided my decision-making, actions on behalf of those I have had the honor of serving, which I offer up to you today. Number 1, know your why. For many of us working in higher education, particularly community college, is a calling that we didn't plan or see coming. I know for me it wasn't. But now that you are here, you must be certain of why you've chosen this work or why this work has chosen you. In moments of frustration and even doubt, I tend to quiet myself. And I visualize what of this work. What am I trying to accomplish? For whom and why? This allows me to regain focus and purpose. Number 2, let love lead your actions. Love and education, particularly in higher education, aren't words typically found guiding policy, procedures, and programs. Words like instruction, outcome, effectiveness, analyze, and evaluate center our actions taken on our campuses. Seeing our work through a lens of love allows our humanity for others to lead. We genuinely care for others, create joy where hopelessness can reside, and build community where you are willing to share not just your time, but your ideas and your resources. Ultimately, you are treating those around you how you'd like to be treated. Number 3, centering joy and happiness. We often find ourselves in the trenches of daily work trying to make a difference. The struggle and the challenges we experience may leave us unsure if the work we do matters or has any impact. But finding moments of joy, pure joy, is vital to creating a balanced life. Prioritizing spending time with your family and your friends, taking moments of rest and vacation to restore not just your mind, but your body and your spirit. Identifying those things that bring you absolute joy. Tashini, if it's eating, so be it. My girl loves to eat. Number 4, be an advocate, even when it's unpopular. Disrupting the status quo is central to a social justice leader. I see that every day in Dean Dipti Patel. It is incumbent upon us to ask the hard questions and often uncomfortable questions in rooms and spaces where decisions are being made for others who have no voice or say. Be an example of how education can be used to facilitate liberation, y'all, and not assimilation. Allowing ourselves to become free of concern of what others think and the possible outcomes, and instead act in support of all humanity. Number 5, treat your reputation like a rare stone. I'll say it again. Treat your reputation like a rare stone. Yes, folks, your reputation will precede you. Moving in a manner that is honest and trustworthy with students and colleagues will impact you long before you enter a room. In fact, it may be your reputation that gets you an invitation to the room. I ask you to reflect on your actions when there is no one around, or so you think. Ensure that you have developed boundaries that help you to know when to say yes, and even more importantly, when to say no. Allowing you to move in the world with real integrity. Number 6, don't do this work waiting for applause or recognition. Don't do it, y'all. Being affirmed is important in order for us to feel valued in our work. But don't let it be the motivation for your work. This work will often be thankless and even unappreciated by those we are accountable to. But I contend that those whom we really serve, our students, are truly grateful for the impact that we have on their lives every day. And at the end of the day, it is that appreciation that matters the most. Number 7, find your tribe. This work can often leave us feeling lonely and scared. But identifying those individuals we share a common vision or goal can help to bring a sense of community and belonging. I've seen that in you, Dr. Helen. Just like other students, finding our tribe helps to provide support, motivation, shared goals, and outcomes. These are the individuals who you can share your joy, your pain, because we're going to have pain, y'all. Knowing that this is the most important part, that neither of those will be used against you down the road. And finally, number 8, use conflict as a way to grow and learn about yourself. I know that conflict can come with a mix of feelings. It seems that some individuals thrive on it, leaving death and destruction along the way, while others avoid it at all costs, leaving unresolved issues and feelings for themselves and others. We talked about that in the session just this afternoon. But if we lean in to the perceived conflict with an attitude of curiosity, I believe we can discover things about ourselves that allow us to become better human beings. Asking ourselves, what am I not seeing that the other person may be carrying? What are they saying that I may not be truly hearing? And finally, how can their needs and my needs be accomplished without loss of dignity and respect? I believe that people are watching us, and in particular, our students, which means these tenets for me are opportunities to teach and serve as a role model for others. So y'all, the real question is not whether we care, because I know y'all do. The real question is, what will we do with that care? Because this work is where transformation takes roots. It shows up in the moment a student realizes, I belong here. It happens in a conversation that restores confidence. It's evident when a Black male student not only persists, but thrives, leading graduating and knowing without question that his institution saw him, valued him, and believed in him. This is the impact within our reach every day. As faculty and professionals, we are more than implementers of systems. We are architects of opportunity. Every syllabus we craft, every interaction we engage in, every decision we make shapes our institutions. As we move forward, I invite you to recommit, not to just doing the work, but to elevate it. Let us be bold in what we expect, relentless in how we support, unwavering in our belief that every student, especially those historically underserved, can succeed when given the right environment and opportunity. You see, progress is not defined by isolated moments of excellence, but by consistent collective actions that we take part in every day. When we align passions with purpose, when attentions guide our every action and equity informs every decision, there is no limit to what our students and our institutions can achieve. So let us continue together to teach with purpose, serve with compassion, and lead with courage. So I leave you with these challenges, my good people. Choose one deliberate action you will take to better support your students, especially those who need us the most. Reach out to someone who may be struggling but hasn't asked for help, and that includes your colleagues. Re-examine one aspect of your practice through the lens of equity. And finally, commit to mentoring. Y'all know I love mentoring. Y'all know that's my thing. Advocating and simply showing up in ways that affirm belonging. If each of us commits to doing just one or more of these things, one more outreach, one more conversation, one more act of care, we will build institutions where every student has not just access, but a true opportunity to succeed. Again, the work matters. You matter. And our students are counting on us to lead with purpose, courage, and heart. Never underestimate the power of small intentions. They are the foundation of transformation. But lasting transformation does not happen through intention alone. It happens through the programs we create, the practices we sustain, and the relationships that we nurture. And when each of us commit deeply, even of one of these areas, we don't just improve outcomes, we change lives. It has truly been my honor It has truly been my honor to stand before a community of professionals who show up every day, not for recognition, not for the applause, but because you believe, you deeply and unapologetically believe in the transformation of the power of education. I know together we can ensure community colleges remain engines of opportunity, inclusion, and innovation. So let us move forward together. Clarity with commitment and with action. And as the African proverb would say, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Ashe. Thank you.